For almost 100 years, Earth stayed quiet. While alien empires fought across the stars, humanity kept its distance. They did not join alliances, they did not send armies, and they did not interfere in any galactic conflict. To the galaxy, Earth looked peaceful, maybe even weak. But in reality, humanity was watching everything. From hidden stations at the edge of human space, Terran observers recorded every battle and every political move of alien empires. Earth wanted peace, but they were not blind. They knew war could come to them one day. So humanity prepared silently, without showing their true strength. The galaxy misunderstood this silence. Alien races whispered, "Humans are harmless. Earth fears war. They will never fight." But humans did not care about these rumors. They continued their quiet work. They focused on science, technology, and building secret defenses far from curious alien eyes. Deep underground bases, silent orbital stations, and unknown weapons were developed without any announcement. Then everything changed. One calm night, on the border of Terran space, a small listening station picked up something unusual. A strange signal, a pulse that did not match any known alien technology. At first, the crew thought it was a system error, but the signal grew stronger. Closer, the station's commander, Captain Rena Hayes, narrowed her eyes. She knew this was not a mistake. A massive object was approaching at high speed. No identification code. No communication. No warning. The crew watched the radar as the shape entered Terran space. "It's a warship." "But not from any empire we know," someone whispered. For the first time in many years, Earth's silence cracked. Humanity had remained neutral for so long, but now, the wrong enemy had stepped into their space, and something dangerous was about to awaken. The mysterious warship did not slow down. It crossed deeper into Terran territory, ignoring every warning signal the listening station sent. Captain Rena Hayes immediately alerted Earth Command. Within minutes, every hidden Terran outpost received the same message: "Unknown hostile vessel entering our space." Across Earth, world leaders and military commanders gathered for an emergency meeting. Humanity had avoided war for decades, but the attack on the border changed everything. Still, Earth did not respond with violence. They only sent a single calm broadcast into space: "Identify yourself. You have entered Terran territory." But the intruder did not answer. Instead, the alien warship fired upon the small listening station. The blast was fast and brutal. The station's shields failed instantly. Flames spread through the corridors. Rena Hayes ordered evacuation, but many crew members were lost in the attack. Humanity had just suffered its first strike in nearly a century. On a distant planet, the attackers, an empire called the Varkan Dominion, watched from afar. The Varkan believed humans were weak. They believed Earth would not fight back. To them, this attack was a simple test. "We will crush them before they even react." Their commander growled, but deep inside Earth's defense network, something ancient and powerful came online. A hidden system humanity had kept secret from the entire galaxy. Protocol Titan. Once activated, it linked Earth's underground bunkers, orbital cannons, silent fleets, and classified research labs into one synchronized network. Humanity had never used it before. There had never been a need until now. A cold, heavy silence spread across every Terran base. Soldiers, scientists, and AI systems all prepared for the same thing: retaliation. The galaxy had always believed humans feared war, but they had never seen humanity angry. Earth did not answer the attack with panic. Instead, something colder and far more dangerous spread through humanity: controlled anger. The kind of anger that moved silently, like a storm forming behind dark clouds. Inside Earth Command, the top generals stood around a huge holographic map. Red markers showed the destroyed listening station. Yellow markers showed the unknown enemy's path. Every Terran officer watched the screen with tight jaws. At last, General Marcus Hale spoke in a calm, steady voice. "Prepare the message." A single transmission was sent across space. No threat. No shouting. No rage. Only a simple, terrifying sentence. You attacked Terran territory. This is your only warning. Turn back. Across the galaxy, dozens of alien empires received the same message. Many were shocked. Some were afraid. Others laughed, thinking Earth was still weak. But those who knew humanity well felt a chill. Back in Varkan space, the Dominion commander listened to the message and smirked. A warning. From humans? Pathetic. He ordered a second, larger fleet to enter human space. More warships. More firepower. This time, they aimed directly for Earth. They expected silence. They expected retreat. Instead, humanity finally revealed a part of the truth. Deep in the void, near Jupiter's orbit, massive structures began to move. For decades, the galaxy thought they were mining stations, but as alarms echoed through hidden corridors, the structures opened, revealing enormous Terran warships sleeping inside the Aegis. Fleet awakened. Giant engines lit up for the first time in years. Armor plates unfolded. Weapons powered on. Terranayers activated one by one, linking themselves into Protocol Titan. The lead dreadnought, Aegis Prime, emerged like a metal titan rising from a dark ocean. For the first time in a century, humanity was not silent. Humanity was coming. The Varkan Dominion's second fleet moved forward, confident in their superiority. Their ships were massive, heavily armed, and filled with alien soldiers ready to wipe out Earth's defenses. The Dominion's commander sneered at the thought of humanity's resistance. This will be easy. Their ships are nothing, he muttered. But as the fleet entered Earth's space, something strange happened. The lights on their ships flickered, then vanished. Communication channels went silent. For a moment, the entire fleet was in darkness, floating helplessly in the vast emptiness of space. Then, without warning, the Terran Aegis fleet appeared from the shadows. Hundreds of warships, each one larger and more powerful than anything the Varkan had ever seen, emerged from their hidden stations. The Aegis fleet was no longer a myth, it was real, and it was terrifying. The first Varkan warship fired its weapons, sending beams of energy toward the Terran ships, but the beams barely scratched the surface of the Terran shields. The Varkan commanders watched in disbelief as their weapons failed to even penetrate the outer armor. Suddenly, the Aegis Prime, the flagship of the Terran fleet, opened fire. A single shot from its massive cannon obliterated the first enemy ship in a blinding flash. The Varkan fleet froze for a moment, unsure of what to do next. The battle turned quickly. Human ships were faster, smarter, and more precise than anything the Varkan had encountered. Terran warships used advanced tactics, weaving through fire and striking with deadly accuracy. The enemy fleet started to fall apart under the relentless assault. On Earth, the people watched in silence. They did not cheer. They did not shout. They simply waited, knowing that humanity's wrath was being unleashed. And this time, there would be no mercy. The battle raged on, and the Varkan fleet began to realize the true power of humanity. They had underestimated Earth's capacity for war, and now it was too late. The Terran warships moved like shadows, striking hard and fast. One by one, the Varkan ships fell, their massive bodies exploding in brilliant flashes of light. On the bridge of the Aegis Prime, Captain Rena Hayes stood firm, her eyes locked on the battlefield. Her hands moved quickly over the controls, giving orders with precision. Target their engines. Disable their command ship. The crew worked with cold efficiency, watching as the Varkan ships struggled to regroup. The Terran warships, now fully engaged, formed tight formations, taking advantage of every weakness the enemy presented. But the Varkan were desperate. Their remaining ships began to charge toward Earth, hoping to reach the planet before the Terran fleet could stop them. But they had underestimated one final weapon of humanity: intelligence. Humanity had not only prepared for war, they had planned for every possible move. The Terran fleets had carefully studied the enemy's tactics, learned their strategies, and anticipated their every move. The Aegis Prime fired again, this time with a devastating new weapon, an energy pulse so powerful it shattered the Varkan command ship in one blast. As the enemy flagship crumpled under the attack, The remaining Varkan ships began to retreat. The Terran fleet pursued, but the damage had already been done. The Varkan were shattered, and Earth had proven its strength. The Varkan Dominion had started the war, but humanity had finished it. As the last of the enemy ships fled, Earth sent one final message across the stars: never again underestimate humanity. The final battle was over. The Varkan fleet had been crushed, their hopes of conquering Earth shattered in the cold vacuum of space. The silence that followed was deafening. The galaxy held its breath, watching as the remnants of the enemy fleet limped away, broken and defeated. On Earth, there was no celebration, no cheers. Humanity did not rejoice in the destruction of its enemies. They simply watched as the stars beyond their world returned to stillness. The battle had been won, but the war had only just begun. The message from Earth had already spread across the galaxy. Humanity had awoken. The galaxy now knew that humans would no longer stay silent, no longer remain on the sidelines of cosmic conflicts. The Terran Federation had proven their power, and the galaxy had no choice but to listen. But even as the threat of the Varkan Dominion faded into the distance, something darker loomed on the horizon. The Varkan might be defeated, but they were only one of many empires in the galaxy who now feared humanity. The message had been sent, loud and clear. Humanity was not weak. Humanity was not peaceful. Humanity was survival. As Earth's forces regrouped, the leaders of the Terran Federation knew this was just the beginning. The galaxy would not forget the wrath of Earth's people, and neither would humanity ever again allow another enemy to step into their space, thinking they could get away with it. The stars might be silent, but now they knew one undeniable truth: humanity would never again be the quiet, neutral observer. Humanity had spoken, and the galaxy trembled.